So guys, the boy is back on YouTube. It has been a long time. I missed all of you guys. Friggin' missed all of you guys. Honestly guys, I've missed YouTube so much. The last time I dropped a YouTube video was literally on the 26th of July. If you see me looking down here, it's just because I got my computer here. I've got some notes over there as well, so I don't forget anything. Don't worry guys, I'm gonna give you a full update on what's been going on. But anyway guys, look. Last video I dropped was on the 26th of July. It is now, at the time of recording this, the 20th of October. This has been the longest I've taken a break away from YouTube. I have learned so much. I've failed so much. I have succeeded so much. I'm going to give you a bunch of just information, juicy takeaways from this. Stay tuned, grab a pen and listen up. I have been away from YouTube for a long time. I've got some notes here I want to break down real quick as to what I've been working on. This has probably been one of the this period has probably been a period where I've just worked my ass off. I kind of just quit drinking. I've only drunk a couple of times on like serious people's birthdays, like for example my stepmom's birthday the other day. I've just been chilling, doing my work, sleeping, waking up, doing my work, going sleeping, doing my work. That's literally all I do these days. But anyway guys, look, where on earth have I been? So I've got some notes here. I don't want to miss anything out. So the first thing I did was I stopped the whole YouTube stuff to find some lead sources. That was like my priority number one. Because think about it guys, there's no point me saying I'm going to start this whole e-commerce agency without any leads. First things first, you need leads to reach out to. So what happened was guys, I was hiring people back in July for my lead source and stuff. I noticed though that the leads they were pulling out were okay quality. Okay is not good enough though guys. You see, with the e-commerce niche, this is again one of the reasons why I didn't actually want to get into it, is because like the e-commerce niche, it's actually quite difficult to qualify a business just off of face value, as in you actually need to know how many employees they have at the business, because there's a lot of like what you call like fly by night, I guess that's a term that a lot of people use, fly by night like operations going on, like e-commerce businesses where people just set up dropshipping stores left, right and center and just run some ads for a week. It doesn't work for them and they just quit, and you don't want to work with those e-commerce businesses, of course. So I've had to create basically a whole it's almost like 20 steps. It used to be like 20 steps and I realized that was too much. But basically guys, I went onto Loom, for example, and I started taking all these courses on how to lead source and stuff like that for e-commerce businesses, find qualified leads, like proper qualified, like super qualified. I then put all my knowledge that I had in my head into like Loom videos, and I had it in like step order, like sequential order, so that I could give that to a lead sourcer and have them go through it and understand what I was talking about and what sort of businesses I want them to collect in like a Google Excel sheet so I can reach out to them, and what sort of e-commerce businesses I didn't want. So I had this whole like prospecting tree where it was like, if you land on their website and they have a pixel, go to this step. If their website looks like it's well branded and stuff like that, go to this step, then this step. Do they have more than X amount of followers on Instagram, then go to this step, because that's one of the pre-qualifying steps they would have to take. So I created a whole, what you call like a decision tree. I'm pretty sure if you've seen any sort of like science or anything like that, you've seen like decision trees where if this then do that type of thing. I created one of those, created a whole training, but it was too long, so I had to go back to the drawing board, recreate that. That took me a good couple of days to record. I shortened that down a lot, very just compact. Whenever I get a new lead source ring, because I noticed they kind of churn, like the churn rate of these lead sources is quite high. What I mean by that is you'll get a lead sourcer, they'll generate some leads for you for about a week. You'll take a look at the quality of the work. If you don't like it, you just go get another one. That's the aim of hiring, is firing. I'm pretty sure you've heard of that pretty cliche line, to be honest with you. So that was the first thing I did. I then found somebody that was generating me leads solidly. They had a team and all sorts. The price was right. The leads they were pulling back was right. I was loving it, guys. So what I started from then is I realized that, okay, if I'm going to reach out to these e-commerce businesses, I'm like literally a fucking nobody going against like all these dudes that have probably got like some crazy like ROAS testimonials and like case studies they can use. So I said to myself, I need to go get myself some freaking case studies. This comes on to point number 2. I then went and found 3 media buyers. One of them took a store from literally 0 to friggin' 700k in 3 months using just Facebook ads and Instagram ads, obviously profitably as well. The ROAS was good. Then and by the way, I verified all this. We jumped on Zoom and whatnot, looked in the back end of the business manager, made him refresh everything. all legit ads and whatnot. I then kind of took him on. I'll tell you what I mean by taking on, because that's going to confuse you guys in a second. It's not that I've got a full friggin' team. I'm not hiring people as employees on paper. It's not like they're an actual employee. They're just a contractor basically. So I found 3 top friggin' just assassins, if you will, when it comes to Facebook ads. These guys have literally got like 12x ROAS. Some of them had like 23 ROAS on like retargeting ads, of course. Just some amazing results. I was able then to jump on Zoom with them, verify all these results and whatnot. I took them through. I had to build like out a whole like hiring funnel where they would I'd reach out to them. They'd have to go through a questionnaire. That questionnaire then led to an elimination round. I eliminated a few people. Then I jumped on a couple calls with the top candidates. The top candidates then got taken on to the next step. Then the next step was that we had, like I said, that call. They had to refresh the results and whatnot. From then on, I was asking them for like, would it be okay if I could use your results, leverage those as case studies to clients, and then close clients using your results, but you still deliver the service to your results. Some of them were a bit iffy about that. This is the thing, guys. I'll be completely honest with you. Some of them were iffy about it, but here's what I had to do. I then took it upon myself and I thought, how could I make this a fair deal with my media buyers and whatnot? So what I decided to do, guys, is I literally wrote them all up a new contract. So I took a contract that was already in place in my agency and I kind of edited it, make sure that it was like kind of legit and whatnot. And I made sure that within the contract, it was called like a fair use policy. And what I meant by that is this contract basically allowed me to use their case studies in order to close clients, but then I couldn't run away with the clients and not give those clients over to my media buyer for them to handle. So basically what I'm trying to say, guys, is when I close a client using a media buyer's results, that same media buyer has to then deliver results for that client, because it wouldn't be fair then, obviously, because I've literally just used his results and kind of like ran away with the client and he's not got paid for it. So I put a contract in place which eliminated and actually stopped me from doing that. And ever since I've done that, it's been super easy to take on media buyers. That's a resource that I'm going to be giving to all my students and whatnot. By the way, mentioning students, yes, I'm still doing the whole coaching. In fact, just one of my students actually closed a 3K per month deal, so 9K in total, because it was a 3-month minimum, using the stuff that I've taught them. I'll probably throw that on the screen somewhere. But yes, I'm not stopped coaching. I've not stopped my agency and whatnot, and I'm not dead. Good. Once I got my media buyers, what I decided to do is start my outreach. I just jumped straight ahead and just thought, fuck it, you know what, I'm going to jump into outreach. Started using email outreach. As a noob though, here's what I did. I started using automation tools. By the way, automation tools, I actually do recommend using automation tools at the beginning. You see, guys, when you use automation tools, there's a right way to do it and there's a very wrong way to do it. And I know that 99% of you, like 99.999% of you guys listen to this are going to do it wrong. So listen up very carefully. If you're going to use automation tools, start very small, as in like just send 5 emails a day. Each one of those people that you're emailing, obviously each person gets an email. So let's say you send out 5 emails to 5 different people. What you want to do is have follow-ups automatically in place so that it actually automatically follows up. But here's the key, guys. Here's what's going to differentiate you. You need to make sure that you personalize each and every message that's going out to them. So the first email needs to get personalized. The second email, which is the follow-up, needs to get personalized. And the third email needs to get personalized. Or however many you're going to be sending them, they need to be personalized. Also, guys, when it comes to your email health, you need to keep that in check, because I know what's going to happen. You guys are going to get excited. You're going to listen to me mention email automation. You're going to go and buy a bunch of leads off a dude from Upwork, or you're going to scrape a bunch of leads. You're going to throw them into an automation tool like Lemlist, which is what I use, and then you're just going to blast every single person without personalizing the first line. And what's going to happen is you're going to say, Montel, that shit didn't work. It's because you didn't personalize the first line, and it's because you didn't set up your email records, which is your email health. So like your DKIM record, your SPF record, and your DMARC record is what you need to set up so that you don't kill your email basically, and it just ends up in a spam box. But don't ever, by the way, just don't ever send automated emails at blast at big scale without warming up your email first, setting your records, and without personalizing the first line and personalizing your subject lines as well. And what I mean by personalize, I'm talking literally, you need a line in your emails, your first like line. I'll be making a video on this because it's actually been working very well for me, which I'll get onto in a second. But like your first line in your email needs to be so personalized that the person reading that email needs to be like, shit, this person knows my life. In fact, that line could only mean me. That's literally what I've been using, the phrase, that could only mean me. That's how personalized the line needs to be. For example, if you're reaching out to me, for example, you would be like, hey Montel, came across your YouTube channel, absolutely love the video you did back on December, and then you'd actually name the actual date, so it's super like personalized on, and then you would actually, you know, include the title of the video. So you'd be like, hey Montel, came across your YouTube channel, and I love the video you did on how to get clients using LinkedIn back in December 2019 on the 5th that you dropped. Absolutely love the color coding that you did in your video. That would be very, very specific to me. That would be a line that I would read and be like, shit, that could only mean me. That's what I'm talking about. It needs to be that specific. So that's what you need in your email automation if you're going to do this, by the way. And again, don't do high numbers. I know you're just going to go out there, try email 100 people a day, and it's just going to bomb your email. It's just never going to work. It never does. And you're going to use shitty scripts. Don't use shitty scripts. Don't be generic. And by the way, if you think saying, hey John, I came across, and then you insert their company name. So let's say it's ABC Media. So if you think saying, hey John, I came across ABC Media on Google and I love the products that you have, that's not personalized at all. You need to literally be saying stuff like, hey John, loved reading a blog about you, that, you know, and then name the blog, the actual company that did the blog, about how you and your co-founder Jonathan founded the business back in 2015. Congratulations on the 5 years of business so far. Seeing that you guys are scaling up each and every year through reading that blog. That would be very, very personalized because it's literally about them and their co-owner, and I name dropped in there as well. So you want to do like name drops, date drops, all that sort of stuff. So as I was just saying, guys, I started using this all like cold email stuff to reach out to e-commerce clients. It actually started working to my surprise. The funny thing is, guys, I was going in this with zero expectations, and I didn't even, I was almost coming from like a place of abundance where obviously I was using Upwork, and I still am using Upwork to get all of my clients and whatnot. I already had a system that was generating me clients, so it wasn't like I needed to rush with my emails. I didn't need to close. I didn't need sales calls and whatnot. And this is the thing that I think most people fuck up on. You need to be in a position where you already got money coming in to then go and get more money. And what I mean by that is, guys, because like if you are trying to start off this whole SMMA stuff and you use cold email straight away, what's going to happen is you're going to be very tempted to just blast 100 emails with a very shitty script, and that's never going to work. You're going to just frustrate yourself. And not only that, even if you do come up with a good script, the person on the other hand is just going to literally be able to smell that you literally are in it just for the money anyway, and it's going to be very off-putting. So I don't recommend doing this if you don't have any money. Like starting a business from like broke, I know I did it and whatnot, and I know a lot of people do it, but I don't actually recommend it. I actually recommend you, well, I mean, you can do it if you're going to use something like Upwork, for example. Get a couple clients in there, just get to like 1K, 2K, 3K per month mark, just with some low ticket clients, and then you can take as many months as you want just trying to master cold email, which is what I'm doing right now. Anyway, I'm going to throw some stats on the screen about my cold email. So as you can see, I don't know the stats off the top of my head, but I believe I have them written down here. So I sent 330-ish plus emails. The open rate was 60%. So I had a bunch of people actually open that. You probably see this on the screen. 20 people replied to that. So I actually got quite a generous amount of replies, to be honest with you. And the reason why I'm getting quite high replies is because I'm personalizing each and every mail that's actually going out. Now, out of the 20 people that replied, I only set 6 meetings, to be honest with you guys. And out of those 6 meetings, 3 of them actually showed up that I need to follow up with. There's like people that I need to follow up with and whatnot. But actually 3 people actually showed up to the meeting. So I actually have a meeting book rate of around 10% out of my, the people that have actually replied. So guys, if you actually take a look at the stats, I actually had 38 people reply. And by the way, Lemlist doesn't actually, which is the tool I'm using, the automation tool, I don't think it actually tracks automatic replies. I think it knows the difference between an actual genuine reply and an automatic reply. Don't quote me on that, but I don't think it actually tracks or like counts, automatic replies. So I think all of these were genuine. Again, don't quote me on that. If it does, I didn't actually get much automatic replies anyway, like automated replies anyway, like bots. I didn't get those. I just got a lot of people saying either they're not interested or they're actually interested. I actually had a lot of positive responses from my cold emails. Like I said, I set 6 meetings. Out of those 6 meetings, 3 of them dropped out. I had 3 actual meetings with e-commerce business owners. All of them were qualified. Every single one of them were qualified. Did not close. The reason being, guys, is because I believe I just didn't have I wasn't speaking the right lingo. I wasn't speaking the right in the right ways. I was focusing too much on like talking about like the specifics of Facebook ads, which is a huge mistake, by the way. But the funny thing is, guys, I used to believe that cold emails just didn't work, and guys, it friggin' works. Like, this shit actually set me meetings, like, no joke. So guys, here's what happened next then. So I started to realize that cold email actually genuinely fucking works, which is amazing, because think about it, cold email is pretty much free. The leads I was generating were costing me like 40 cents a lead. If you actually work it out, I bought like 200 leads for like $80, so it's like 40 cents a lead or something like that, which is even cheaper over here in the UK. It's like $80, it equates to like 50 something, 60 pounds or something like that. Super cheap. It's like 30 pence a lead over here in the UK. So I started realizing, okay, well, the system is cheap to use because it's actually cheaper than Upwork. Not only that, but like with using cold email, they can't really ban you. I mean, you can fuck up your own email health, but that's on your own head. Whereas like email, they're not going to kick you off the email platform unless you do something stupid and get blacklisted. And even then, you can just go and create and go buy a new domain and operate as a completely new person and whatnot. There's no real way that you can get banned. Whereas like something like Upwork, that's a traffic source that can literally just change their policies at any time they want. They can literally just shut down the company if they wanted to, all that sort of stuff. With Google, I'm pretty sure they're not gonna ever shut down Google. But anyway, guys, after that, I started to realize that, hey, maybe I'm coming in on these calls a little bit too cold. So I thought to myself, okay, how can I warm these calls up before I even jump on them? And I started to realize that, hey, I can actually create a case study now because I've got crazy results that I can actually use. So I created a whole case study. The slides itself to create took me for friggin' ever. Again, the students in the 4-week program, you get all the slides and whatnot. The case study slides took me forever. I had to break down what the main problems were with e-commerce businesses and put that in there because obviously you have to speak their language. You have to know what their pain points are in order for a case study to even work anyway. Creating my case study took me ages to record because I just kept fucking it up. The case study was created successfully. The website's created successfully. So I've got a whole new website, a whole new case study. Everything's looking amazing right now. I had to actually strip down my old website, and I actually started using WordPress for my new website. The reason being, it's much cheaper, by the way. I don't know why all the gurus tell you to use ClickFunnels when it costs you like $97 per month. I mean, it's not a huge cost when you are actually making money and whatnot. But I know for you guys that are just starting out, like WordPress is more than viable. I literally took my cost from $97 per month all the way down to it's like $4, like $4 for hosting per month, like no joke. Where am I at right now? So I've had to create a new email address. The reason being, guys, is because I didn't set up my DKIM records, my SPF records, and my DMARC records. Those, if you don't know what they are, trust me, I don't even know what they friggin' are. Just go set them up, go Google them or some shit like that. I didn't set those up so that my email health was is pinnacle. So I had to go buy a new domain because my emails were actually landing in the spam box. I'll try throw a screenshot again up on what my emails are coming out now, but my open rate actually plummeted to like 20%. And when you know your numbers, for example, I knew my subject line was working and I was getting an open rate of like 70% and whatnot. It then plummeted to 20%. I knew something immediately was up, like wrong. So I went and checked my email health using like emailtracker.com, I think it is, the actual website. Plug in your email in that, and it will spit back out like a health figure, like how much out of 10, how well is your email performing. Mine was coming out at like 3 out of 10. I then went and bought a new domain, started again, and now I'm warming that back up. Kind of put a spanner in the works and the plan right now, but hey, everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the mouth, as they say. But now, right now, guys, I am actually 6 days into my outreach, my 90-day outreach challenge. So I'm doing another 90-day outreach challenge, and that's where I'm at right now, guys. Email's been working. Upwork, by the way, still using Upwork, still coaching people on that. In fact, I'm just talking to a person right now, which is a $2K per month deal just for social media management. I'll keep you guys posted on that if you want me to. Students are still closing clients using Upwork. Again, like I said, I've literally just had a student close a 9K deal, 3K per month times 3 is 9. The last time I checked my mathematics. So all that stuff's still in place. Email stuff is what I want to be focusing on right now, just cold email. So I've actually been able to, increase my open rate again to 72%. I think it actually increased to 75%, which to me is a friggin' win, because my minimum open rate has to be 70% or above for me to then go on to the next optimization steps. But guys, what I found from cold emails and stuff like that, and I'll probably make a video on this in the future, but you want to test one single variable at a time. So what you want to do is send out maybe 100 emails and have 4 different subject lines, so 25 emails using the same subject line, but all 100 of those emails need the same body. There's 4 different subject lines to see which one gets the best open rate. Once you find the best open rate, you can then go on to optimizing your reply rate, which comes from the body of your email copy, if you will. So that's where I'm at right now. Just got my open rate back over to 70%. Now what I'm going to do is split test that against another subject line, see which one out of those to perform. I'm going to send 50 on each using two different subject lines. The body's going to stay the exact same. Then what's going to happen is I'll because I'm putting more numbers through the subject line, it will show me more accurate data, because the higher the sample size, the more accurate your data. Then what I'm going to do is make sure that the body is optimized as well. So I'm going to see how many replies I get after all of this sort of stuff, and I'm going to test the body and start again from there using the same subject line though. That's the thing, you're going to keep the subject line the same this time around, because now I'm on the step 2 of optimization, which is the body, and I'm going to test different body copy to see which one works the best. So that's where I have been right now, guys. It's been a long-winded thing. I have been working pretty hard. I had to cut my hair for my case study, look professional and all that sort of shit. It's been crazy, guys. I've loved every moment of it. But guys, that is what I've actually been up to. I've been speaking for ages now. What I'm going to do is leave this video here. If you have any questions, I'm going to be back on YouTube. I'm going to be back active on my Instagram and all that sort of stuff, because I did put that on pause as well. But guys, I am back. Feels good to be back. Feels good to be even saying these words. See you guys in the next video, which will probably be this week or next week. Like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.